Well, good morning, everybody. I am headed out to do Lone, Rocky, Balsam Cap, and Friday via Fisherman's Path. I'm going to do this 4-mountain loop as an overnight, and it's a bushwhack. I'm sure there'll be some herd paths to speak of. This hike is slightly lofty, only because the initial ascent from Fisherman's Path up the ridgeline to Lone is ridiculously steep. Once you're up there, there's really no water to speak of. I've got enough storage to carry 3 liters. We have no stove. We have 2 days to do this. I just don't want to make any mistakes. My pack is loaded. I don't even have a tent. I just have a bivy sack. I wasn't sure what the potential camping was going to look like. This definitely is going to be an adventure. All right, we're going to turn somewhere up here. There is a barely noticeable herd path once you cross that 3rd bridge. Just barely sprinkling now. I don't mind getting wet, but because there's a cold front coming through, I don't want to get hypothermic, which has happened to me in the past, and it's pretty unpleasant, and I don't want it to happen in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so this is Donovan Brook. It's pretty obvious. You're gonna trip over it even if you wander off course. Okay, so filled up my water. I have 3 liters of water. Not incredibly happy about that. I'm just gonna follow this herd path that is faint, but you can see it. And I'm guessing this is gonna go up the ridge, but I do have my CalTopo map that I pretty much copied from somebody else's trip report. We're gonna start ascending from this point to the summit of Lone Peak. Yeah, I think this is type 2 fun. I've got 2 regrets at the moment. Number 1, not finding my waterproof socks. The other regret that I have is not wearing soft shell pants. That's all the regrets I have at the moment. I'm sure there'll be more, like planning this hike alone. Landscape changed pretty quickly. We must be getting closer to the top. Pretty creepy looking. Yay! This is Lone Peak. Yeah, I think so. Oh my God. All right, that was a lot of up right there. So I think that was probably the most difficult part of my day. I'm not sure. I don't exactly have a plan for today. I don't even know what time it is, but everything I do is going to be kind of time dependent. The sun goes down at 6, and I don't think that night hiking is probably the best idea. So yeah, we're gonna play it by ear. Peak number 1, done. That is so weird looking. It's like the rock is the creature from the Black Lagoon. Weather has cleared up nicely, and the scenery has changed again. We're approaching the col in between Lone and Rocky, and my understanding is you get a lot of fir trees and you can get poked in the eye. So I do actually have clear safety glasses to put on just in case. So we're gonna see how long it takes to get over to Rocky, and then I will assess my situation. Whoa, that was cool. Should figure out what direction I'm going. Make sure we don't get off course. We don't have time for that. So they said it gets very dense and hard to move through. So I'm guessing this is the area they're referring to. But I did find this little herd path, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I brought my safety goggles. Yay! I don't want to get stuck in the eye. I have a thing with eyeballs, so this works. There's all this small trees and blow down. You really do want some kind of goggle on your face. It's pretty out of control. So, anywho, I am going to follow a moderate ridgeline up to the top. I think I read it wasn't that far, like maybe a half mile or so, but it was the longest half mile you'll ever hike. I can see why. Ugh. And this is clean. You should have seen what I was going through. I couldn't even record it. No shortage of things to impale you. Look what I found. I'm there already. So it took me an hour to get here. That's not too bad. All right. Rocky Peak. Done. Woohoo! Yeah! It's kind of a nice summit. I think I'll take a short break here. So it's about maybe 1.2 miles-ish. My way of measuring this is not exact, but it's about 1.25 miles to Balsam Cap from here. It's 2 o'clock, so it's getting a little late in the day. So I'm just gonna hurry as best I can. Hopefully I'm not gonna run into that bull crap that I ran into before, because that certainly slowed me down. And I'm hoping to get up Friday and then back down into the call. If I can make it further than that, that's great. If I can't make it that far, I'll probably just stay in the call between Balsam Cap and Friday. But I have until 6 o'clock, so I still have 4 hours. Let's get moving. Can you see that? The sun is glorious. It's beautiful out. I found another canister. It's a little chilly, but and a little breezy, but it's okay. Everything's drying out nicely, except for my feet. Those are soaking wet. There's a couple possible views up here, but they're not great. So frankly, between you and me, I'm not gonna bother. This is so cool. I haven't had a trail since Rocky. Still don't have a trail. But I'm almost there. Maybe a quarter mile or so. Do I have any sticks in my hair? I got like twigs down my back. It's kind of uncomfortable. Let's see what this looks like. Last push to the top. Holy crap-a-munga. Just want everybody to know that I work for that. I never found a herd path. Okay, so it's 1 mile to Friday. Let's go. There's my view. All right, I lied. There's a little bit more of a view here. Well, I slept pretty good. It didn't get to be quite as cold as I thought, and the winds died down, which was helpful. I don't want to get up right now. Sun just came up. I'm kind of waiting for the sun's rays to brighten everything just a little bit more. I don't have a lot to pick up because I'm just going to wear my clothes that I wore to bed last night. But it's pretty bright out. It's a little after 7. One of my gloves is missing inside of my sleeping bag. After I hike up Friday, then I come back down. It's about a mile down to the Neversink, and then it should be pretty smooth sailing from there. At least I think. Should be. Anyway. Oh. Good morning. So that's the spot I slept last night, if you can believe it. Not a very big spot. It's pretty cold out. It didn't freeze last night though. But it's chilly. It's got to be in the 30s. My face is numb. My hands are a little cold, so I'm gonna get going. I'm not that far off of the route where I should be, so sorry. My face is so numb. All right, be bold, start cold. I put on my layers away. I do have my wool on under this, and I still have my toe warmers in my socks and my shoes because my shoes were a little stiff this morning, so I'll leave those in until they bother me and then I'll pull them out. All right, let's get going. Let's finish this last mountain, Friday mountain on Sunday. Yay. First thing in the morning, straight up. I'm actually not that far from the summit. I camped literally just below 3,500 feet. I think I was at 3,481. So we don't have that much further to go. Then I'll just retrace my steps down and down towards Fisherman's Path. My God. You know when your face is so cold you feel like you can't talk? That's me right now. But I'm about to warm up right now. Good morning, everybody. There's been the faintest of herd paths that I've been following, which actually took me a shorter way than I had mapped out. So this is the last cliff that I have to get up or around. I'm gonna go up this way. And then we should be very close to the summit. I can't find the summit box. This appears to be the summit and the high point, but I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to look through the notes I have. I mean, there's just herd paths everywhere. Good morning, sunshine. Holy cow. Been wandering around for about half hour looking for this. 33 of 35, and I'm not including the winter ones because I already did those. So I totally forgot that I had screenshotted some Facebook comments about the summit of this mountain, and I went back to read it because I was wandering around for like, I don't know, half hour. Like, I'm taking screenshots of me all over because I can't find it. My Garmin is going to be like zigzagging everywhere. The Facebook comment said you can't go any further east without falling off the mountain. There's a cliff behind me. So anyway, so I headed east. There's kind of a semi-obstructed view. You're not going to be able to see it. But yeah, it's a few clouds in the sky, but it's nice out. It's chilly. Anyway, I'm going to sign this canister. I'm going to have breakfast, and I am going to get my exact coordinates and post it because that was frustrating. It was frustrating. Anyway, Talk to you soon. This is my morning view. I'm freezing. I'm headed down. This has been fun, but I have coffee in my car, so I just have to find my way down to the river. How hard can that be? Let's go. Here's a nice view looking back at Balsam Cap. It's really cold out. Oh, this has been fun. This has been great. Nice way to end the season. Just look at this. So the strangest thing just happened. I knew I had to go down from the call towards the drainage, towards the river, right? I mean, you go downhill, right? That's all I have to do at this point is go downhill. But my Garmin and my Caltopo was pointing me in a different direction. And I was like, maybe I'm missing something. You know, the topographic lines aren't right, or, you know, maybe there's just something I can't see on the map. And then I realized that the arrow is pointing in the direction away from where I need to go. So it was actually causing me to head in the wrong direction. Because I realized I see sky, and I realized I was headed towards the cliffs on the east side of the call. So that is so strange. I have never had that happen. So I took out my map and compass and I orientated my direction so that I know what my direction of general travel is. I can't really screw this up. It doesn't need to be perfectly exact. I just need to have a bearing and then just follow it. And then I did a hard reset on my phone and now it's working again. So this is proof positive that, you know, it is nice to use electronic navigation. It's super convenient. Everything about it is easy, but you can't rely on it. You know, I have my mapping compass. I'm not great at it, but I can orientate myself and I can get a direction of travel. And I think for my needs here in the wooded Northeast, I think that pretty much works. So I'm just going to take a break here for a second and have some lemonade, and I'm going to have one of these because it's super delicious. And if I'm still hungry, I'm going to have one of these, also delicious. Not sponsored. Here's the drainage that exit. Kind of blows. Here. I'm wondering how far I could follow the drainage down. This is just a mess. My feet keep getting stuck. But anyway, this is the drainage. I'm going to follow this for a little while just because it's easier. The only thing you have to be careful of is a lot of these rocks are loose. So anyhow, all right, let's carry on. Just want to say to any of my West Coast friends or my West friends, oh, you guys have no idea. And maybe you've got stuff like this. I've never seen it. But yikes. This is route finding in a whole other way. And this is easy compared to what I was just doing. This is the drainage that comes down from in between Rocky and Balsam Cap. I opted to not follow my original bushwhack Now there's some cliffs on the south side of the Never Sink, so I was trying to avoid them because I was trying to avoid crossing the stream, although it probably isn't problematic this time of year. Kind of didn't want to take any chances. I'm kind of gonna follow the contours and then drop down to the river at a slightly further point where there won't be any cliffs to navigate. I saw the cliffs from the other side last year, and they're pretty steep. They're extremely steep in some spots, and you have to cross the stream. So I didn't want to have to constantly climb up and down embankments to get around. So this is what I came up with. Somebody scared the crap out of me. All of a sudden I hear, hello. Some guy in like a fluorescent vest hiking up asked me if I was going to Rocky. It's like, no sir, I did that yesterday. We got done with that. All right, I'm gonna carry on. And it looks like there's a passage right in between some cliffs. That's what I'm gonna do. This has been the longest part of the bushwhack yet. This has just been crazy. Very gnarly. Pretty though. Change of plans, folks. I sunk my leg about knee deep 4 times, so I decided to descend down to the river because that's just dangerous. So this is the beautiful Never Sink River. So there's cliffs on either side of the stream, so I have a choice. I can go forward and see and stay on this side, or I can go on the other side. Either way ends up to the trail jumping. So I definitely went on the other side last time. However, at this point I was up on a ridge across the way, which I'm not about to climb. So it would force me, either way it's going to force me into a steep area. So the question is, which is the lesser of two evils? I'll let you know. I decided to cross because I had been this way before. No other reason. I was here a year ago, a week ago, and there were still golden leaves on the trees, and I'll link that video. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Right now I'm walking on the river. This is that cliff area that I was trying to avoid. You see it goes right down to the river. I decided to cross the river. Could have been a broken ankle right there. I crossed the river just because that's what I wanted to do. But let's see if we can get over these rocks. I saw it and I was like, let's try. The river's pretty low. There's a lot of places you can go over. Not going to be the case in the spring or summer. Crossed the river again because I was over getting smacked in the face with tree branches. Just hurts. I stayed at a campsite similar to this. Some people were at it. I'd say there was some beaver activity here. A long time ago. So after getting myself just a wee bit off trail, I have now rejoined the path that I came in on. So I will see you guys back at the car because I can cruise from here. Yay! Coffee in the car to be made. So let's recap as I eat my can of cold chili. Holy crap, wow, yeah. Not much in the way of trails. Even if there was, I wouldn't have seen it because of all the downed leaves. But I still had a really great time. That definitely was an adventure. I was pretty nervous about doing that, that bushwhack solo. The overnight part didn't really bother me at all, but I really didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be harder than the other bushwhacks that I've done where there's a lot of herd paths, but these peaks are pretty remote and they are just downright gnarly. Absolutely gnarly. I'm exhausted. I got so off track coming back down. It was out of control. That was seriously a gnarly descent. It took me, I don't know, 5 hours. It was crazy. I was all over the place, even on a trail I had been on before. Regardless, Lone, Rocky, Balsam Cap Friday, done, in the books. Whew, I'm glad that's over. Although, if somebody asked me to do it again, I probably would. But anyway, thanks for watching. I just wanted to say thank you. Today's adventure was pretty special. And I hope you're getting out there and doing something. It is almost ski season, and I'm really happy about that. Probably by the time you see this, it's going to be ski season. Because for me, it starts in a couple weeks. Anyway, cheers. I'm not sponsored by Trader Joe's either. Can you imagine? Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.